What is up, everybody? It's your boy Chew, aka Gaming with Chew, coming back at you with another video about Rise of Kingdoms. And today, I'm thinking about starting the new series and getting it going. I'm gonna be doing a little spin-off of words here. We're gonna call this series Only Farms. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, we're doing a little play on words there. All right, but I need to lock in here, okay? I need to get dialed in on my farms. So I figured I'll post a daily video, kind of just have a little chat about what's going on in the Rise of Kingdoms universe for me, what the plans are, or just life. Who knows? We'll hit that bridge when we get there, but it will just give me some motivation to knock out some stuff on my farms and keep me going. So expect a daily video, and if I'm not doing a daily video, start pinging me in Discord or in the comments below. I mean, just get me on it, okay? But yeah, we're just gonna jump in here. Currently, Pass 8 opens up tomorrow. Oh, not what I wanted to do. Pass 8 opens up tomorrow for us. And then we expect to get double rallied the whole time until we lose it. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, so we're holding a TP spot right now for another T5 whale to come through. Trying to get some resource nodes way away from the pass. That way I'm not bothering anybody. Just gonna throw some random stuff out. But I need to lock in on my farms because, man, I've been struggling. At least I feel like it. I'm not gonna pop a booster right now just because I'm going to sleep here soon. But I want to make this all my farms T4 fighting farms. So I want to get them up. Right now this is one of my lower ones. There's a few that I just started making, so I might end up making some more, and I want to get to a good number. We'll just pop it for the boost to the daily. I want to get to a good number to have a lot of fighting farms whenever Season of Conquest comes out. That way I can contribute a bit more to the kingdom, just help out wherever I can. And just have a lot more resources, More accounts equals more gathering, which hopefully means more resources come KvK time. So that's it for this farm here. Let's get this guy. Let's get these for TPs. So I don't know. Outside of that, life is busy. Been working like no other. And by the way, I don't know if y'all saw that. Aces of Jacks. This alliance is ran by my boy Jax, one of my good buddies in this game. Love the guy. But yeah, just had to throw that one there too. Upgrade some. Perfect. Move on to the next one. We got a few of these to hit today, so I might try and speed it up the best I can. But I don't know. These little videos, they might just be unedited clips of me, just rambling and stumbling on my words. So if y'all like it, let me know down below. Maybe it'll motivate y'all to get on your farms, and if you don't have farms, create some. Personally, I love the idea of having war farms, personally. And I might end up doing AP and stuff later on in the future for some of them, burning it on the barbs and stuff, or doing forts. I just haven't really decided how I wanna run them to get them to KvK prepared, Some of them are still making T4, like this guy here, actually, which I think I could speed it up and get, there you go. Get started on the next one. This one has a good bit of speeds. Let's see what else we can do. But I need to get them prepared for KvK4 and onwards. That way, whenever it comes time to throw in some troops in a pass or a flag, I'm there and I'm ready to rumble. A couple of buddies of mine have been asking about how many farms they should create. Personally, it really just depends. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. It just depends on your fighting style. Are you gonna be fighting a lot? Are you fighting with T4? Are you fighting with T5? That's a big thing. If it's T5, you want to have a couple of them because you're gonna be running low on gold, like no other. It's gonna be crazy. And it just depends on what kind of a seed kingdom you're in. Are you a B or C seed, where you can just kind of take it a little bit easier? Are you in A seed or an Imperium kingdom where you're going to be fighting nonstop and expected to hit your DKP? That's another thing. Starting out, I would recommend at least just making 2. Just make them. Don't even have to worry about it too much. Make them. Get on it twice a day, 3 times a day. If you're insane, you can push for 4 or 5, you know, if you're about that life. But just don't burn yourself out. At the end of the day, it is a farm, and your best farm is going to be your main account. So if you're not gathering on your main account, you won't be gathering on your farms, okay? Unless you're built different like me. I really don't gather that much on my main account. I gather a lot on my farm accounts because my main is just constantly barb chaining, basically. I mean, I'm not even going to lie about it. It is chaining like no other, constantly to try and maximize the amount of speeds I'm getting. Now, these next 4 accounts, I'll let you know, I am creating some new ones in younger kingdoms. I'm just going to get them up to City Hall 16 and then migrate them over into this kingdom. So, if you see, they're very strong at the moment. No, they're very underpowered for what I would like, and they're not in the right kingdom, so they are just here to get leveled up and then brought over after the fact. So I might not even be able to upgrade much of anything here. I can do 1 march, that's fine. As long as something's going. Just join a random alliance for the night. See if I'm there in the morning. Yeah, I'm making some new accounts here in younger kingdoms, and I'm just going to bring them over later. That way I can keep it going, and that way it's a younger kingdom. People hopefully won't be attacking it. And it's in a kingdom that I know the people there, so hopefully it works out like planned. We'll see. We'll see. If not, it's at the end of the day less than 100,000 power, so I'm not too worried about it. But back to what we were talking about. If you're curious about how many farms you should create, I would recommend just making 2 off the start. You know, it's always nice to have them, and once you get going, you'll kind of start to realize you might need more, or you might need less. You know, if you need less than 2, honestly, you're probably on the wrong game. I'm not gonna lie to you, unless you're just, you know, logging on 18 times a day on your main, sending out your gatherer every other hour or so. But yeah, I mean, farms are helpful in this game. Just having extra ways to get resources. Oh my gosh, I forgot about all the pop-ups that younger kingdoms have. It was driving me crazy the other day. But if you're interested in making some farms, definitely go for 2, and then later on create 2 more than how many marches you have on the field. So if you're running 3 marches, I would recommend 5 farm accounts. If you're running 5 marches, I would recommend 7. If you're just a crazy active field fighter, dude, just make as many as you want. Like, you don't even have to get them high up. Get them to City Hall 11. Send out 3 marches every 4 hours. Send it out twice a day, 3 times a day. I mean, every farm account that you have, think of it as an extra. If you're gathering 50 million resources in a day on your main, think of it as an extra 50 million. Or if you're gathering 25 on average, an extra 25 million, you know? So think about that like that, because the daily perspective will kind of make your head hurt a little bit. It's like if you're gathering, let's just say you're not gathering as much. Let's say you're gathering 20 million a day on your main account, okay? Your main account's going to be the best farm account for you. So again, if you aren't active on your main, you will not be active on your farms. So the key is to be active on your main. Get all your dailies done on your main. You don't have to worry about it as much for the farm accounts, but the main is where it's at for sure, 110%. I don't even know how much I can stress this out. If you're not active on your main account, you will not be active on a farm account. You'll probably burn yourself out and not want to play the game, and then eventually you'll just stop playing all in all. So think about that for sure. But if you have, let's say, 20 million gathering on your main accounts, you're logging in maybe 3 or 4 times a day and sending out gatherers. Imagine if you had 2 more farm accounts, okay? You're talking about 60 million resources extra a day. No, 40 million resources that you can gather a day on top of your main, so 60 million in total. Put that over a week. You're gathering 400 million resources compared to the 100 million that you would have by your 1 account. It's astronomical. Put that over a whole break between KvKs if you're in Season of Conquest, or if you're in a bigger kingdom and y'all are taking skips. I mean, you're talking about billions of resources. And then let's say you decide that you want to push these farms up to City Hall 25 over time, not like right away. I'm gonna have to throw something up so y'all can see me swapping accounts here. But over time, you can send those troops to die. Like those troops on your farm equate to the same amount of deaths on your main, okay? Like 1T4 there is 1T4 in your account. 1T5 on a farm is 1T5 on your main account. Like you can send those farms to die, and if your kingdom's a great kingdom, they'll probably accept that as your DKP score, okay? Or at least a portion of it as your DKP score. So you might need to make a few accounts if you, and I would talk to leadership as well, whatever kingdom you're in, and see if you're even allowed to take that as your DKP score. But it would be huge. It'd be like astronomical. Because if you can send less troops on your main to die, now granted you will still have to send some eventually. Like you can't just only take deads on your farm account, because then your main account will get too high of a power and then just mess with migration. But you essentially could save yourself a lot of headache sending some of those troops to die and using your main account as more of a field fighting account, and your KP would go up. But think about that, because that could be literally astronomical for everybody's account. Because if you're taking less deads on your main, you have more troops to fight with every day. So it's huge. Oh, I can go to City Hall 23 on this guy. Let's do it. Perfect. Nope. Thank you. But yeah, it's huge. It's game changer, and that's what all the bigger Imperium kingdoms are doing. Do you think 1960 is sending all of their main troops to die the whole time? No, they fill everything with their farms, and then in Kingsland, that's whenever their main accounts really start to get active and start taking some deads. But I mean, they're just single-handedly taking out kingdoms with their farm accounts alone. Now, that doesn't mean you have to make 15, 20 farm accounts, but make a few, make 2. You know, if that's a good strategy or if that's something you're interested in. If not, just make 2 together. Make them City Hall 11, leave them in Home Kingdom. You can send out 3, make them City Hall 17. You can send out 4 marches. The big thing though, oh, I want to send that march back. Just realized that was a level 4. The big thing though is the breakpoints. So the breakpoints is 11, 17, and 22. 11 gets you 3 marches. 17, here, I'll show you, upload up here. 11 right here will get you 3 marches. 17 will get you 4, and 22 is going to get you 5. So the big thing is to try and push your City Hall up to 22 as fast as you can with the farm account. Now, if you're in a very young kingdom, congrats, you got ahead of it right out the gate making farm accounts. And you don't want to just waste all the resources that you will be gathering with these farms. Like if you're a little bit older of an account, it's okay, because you're probably already well developed. But if your farm account is the same City Hall as your main account because you're in KvK 1, you're doing something wrong, okay? It needs to be at least a breakpoint away. So if you're at City Hall 22, they need to maybe be at 17, you know? They need to be below it. Otherwise, you're spending too many resources that early on in the game on your farm accounts. But if you're getting after it, by KvK 1, you'll have, you know, all your farms to City Hall 22. It'll be good. And if you're just now starting farm accounts or debating about doing it, you know, hey, the best time to do it was yesterday, or when you started your account. Second best time is now. Why not? Only takes a few minutes to start an account. And as you see, I've been through maybe 9 accounts so far, and this video hasn't been going on for too long here. It's been 13 minutes so far. It's quick to send out your farm accounts and just do a little quick upgrade if you wanted to. I'm upgrading them to get to, like, you know, war farms, to where I can put them in a flag or make sure that everything's being rallied via forts and we're doing good. You don't even have to do all that. You can just do this, scroll out, see level 5 or 6 node, and send a march there. Put them in the alliance pit. They're still in the alliance pit actually for me. Still got a little bit to go, but just put them in an alliance pit and then log off. It takes 30 seconds to just look around the map, and the best part is you don't even have to look around the map. You could just be searching it, but all these nodes are so close to me right now. I'm just gonna hit whatever's around. Nothing. Okay, that's fine. I don't even know what I'm looking for. But it takes a matter of seconds. You can do it 3 or 4 times a day. And just the resources. Again, I don't even know how much I can stress it. The resources alone are gonna be game changing for you. Okay? So, make a farm account. Make a farm account. Make a farm account. Can't stress it enough. Make some farm accounts. Because, again, it's what all the pro players, I say pro, all the great kingdoms are doing this. So, highly recommend it. But outside of that, what else can we talk about for the next two accounts? KvK was a bust. I feel like our allies kind of underperformed. Nothing really against them. They just got beat out. But yeah, we should have picked better allies, I think. If you're in this video and you're watching from another kingdom that we're allied with, I'm probably not digging at you, but just digging about y'all as a whole. Just still annoyed, you know. Some ice was put on, or some salt was put on the wound, but yeah, it happens. Do I want to do T4 Siege? I don't think so. I'll do that for now. Let's do that. Perfect. Let's just upgrade that, sure. Yeah. I wish I would have hit my billion KP goal I was wanting to. I'm only at like 850 right now. So a few more ruins maybe after this past fight, which I don't think I'll be streaming it, but I might try and do a video, like just record it from my phone. I will be at work whenever it's happening. So if it's still going on and if we're still fighting back or if they're still fighting whenever I get off work, I'll try and jump in, post a quick little stream, get it going, but it's like just not optimal timing for me at all whenever it opens up, so which most fights aren't. Usually it's in the evening, but this one's just having to play out where it's while I'm at work, so who knows? We'll see what happens. We'll probably be getting double rallied by 12 and 27, and we'll probably make some fun with it. You know, I'll do my best to mess up some marches in the open field the best I can. But all in all, the other kingdoms, they're good kingdoms. You know, they had a lot of activity during the times whenever we did, so it was hard to get some pushes across. But yeah, once it became a 3v1, it was kind of just over. 2v1, we were kind of holding our own. We were taking rallies on both sides, but I feel like we were trading positive for everything for the most part. I can't really complain about that. The trades were phenomenal. I don't know if y'all saw some of them whenever I was posting the video the other day, or in the live stream, but yeah, the trades were astronomical. Coming from a 2v1 standpoint, you know? We were doing great. I'm not going to speed that up yet. Do I put my buildings? I do. That's fine. But yeah, I feel like we should have just picked better allies though. So going forward, it's definitely going to be something that our leadership looks at, because this KvK was kind of a bust and kind of just bummed out about it, you know? But at the end of the day, you can't win every KvK you walk into, so. And we're a smaller seeded kingdom. Granted, we're like the highest power kingdom in this KvK. It's just, you can't take everything on alone, unfortunately. But what can you do, you know? What can you do? Now we are on our final two farms. Just about wrapping it up here. So yeah, that's it for me, I guess. Actually, I still have two more accounts I gotta do. I want to try and do this like daily, or maybe commit to like at least 3 or 4 videos a week. That way it just kind of keeps you going on my farms. This one's kind of just ranting and rambling. The next ones will be a little bit faster. I'm probably just talking more so about the KvK, or maybe we can jump on a quick little watch party and see what other KvK fighting is happening while we're doing it. But man, make your farms. I don't even know how many times I've had to say that in this video. If you aren't making farms, what are you doing? Like, you don't have to make them in your kingdom to get them going. Just make them in another kingdom. Get it set up if you're on a later, you know, kingdom, KD. It'll be a lot quicker if you make it in the newest one, get it to City Hall 16, and then just bring it over. That way you can benefit from maybe joining the top alliance in a younger kingdom. And you can always migrate to an older kingdom. You just can't migrate back to a newer kingdom. So that's the one thing I would think about. So it'll help you out if you're able to join up in the top alliance on a fresh kingdom, getting maybe a few gold chests from whatever person is whaling up, and then just bringing it over once you're prepared to, or maybe finding KvK 1 with it, you know, and then bring it over. But at the end of the day, farms are going to be what's going to make or break your time here in Rise of Kingdoms. Just because resources are the bottleneck of this entire game. So spend your resources wisely, otherwise you'll find yourself in a load of crap and you just won't be able to fight. I did not mean to purchase that. Oh well, that's a big rip. Just going a little bit too quick and rambling out the rear at this point. But outside of that, this is it for this video. Let me know if y'all want to see more of it. It's going to be more, I guess, streamlined later on. I'll have, something set to talk about probably for the day. This one, there's not really much going on. I mean, we're just waiting for Pass 8 at this point to see if we can hold it off and see what we can do as a kingdom. But yeah, outside of that, if y'all have questions or if y'all like this, feel free to drop them down below or let me know that I shouldn't be doing this anymore in the comments. That's totally fine as well. But outside of that, I do plan to stream, if it's still going on past 8 whenever I get home off of work. I do plan to stream it, so feel free to jump around and stay tuned. But yeah, outside of that, feel free to drop a like on the video, sub down below. We are growing crazy fast. We're almost at 300 subs. It's actually insane, considering that last week we just hit 200. So we're going fast, and I love it. And I love every single one of y'all. So if you can, show some love to me, and I'd appreciate it. It's free. It's free to sub, but you don't have to. But it does help a lot. But outside of that, hope you're all having a great day. This is me. I'm out. Peace.